Aloha and welcome to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I'm your host, Murph. What is going on, people? I hope everybody's had a good couple of weeks. Hey, so this is crazy. So today I was supposed to go down and play golf with Dustin and a couple other people at the village course where we work. And at the last minute, I decided, I'm not going to go play because there were some things around the house that I needed to get done. And so I called him and told him, hey, I'm not going to make it. I'll see you tomorrow at work. And luckily, I didn't go because I would have been stuck over down that way because Debbie sent me a text asking me if I heard about the brush fires. I can't even talk. And I said no. And so she sent me this text showing the emergency alert or whatever that got sent out about the brush fires. And I guess they started down by Kohala Ranch and down. So they had the road closed from Kohala Ranch all the way down to Kauai High Junction. And then I read in there that they said it was, it had made its way down to Hapuna and Mauna Kea beaches. So I guess it's a pretty bad brush fire. And, it's pretty dry in that area. And all it takes is for somebody to throw a cigarette out or something like that, and it'll start a fire, and it just rages out of control. It's been really, really windy the last couple of days up here, up in the northern part. I got to work yesterday. Well, I thought I was supposed to work yesterday. I go in. I thought I was supposed to be there at 11 o'clock. I clock in. I go in the pro shop, and they're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I got to work. And they said, no, you're off. Brooke is working today. And so I looked at the schedule, and sure enough, I was off. I don't know why. In my phone, on my calendar in my phone, I had it scheduled that I was working. I don't know how I did that, but it probably has something to do with getting old and forgetting stuff. But anyhow, luckily, Brooke lives right close to the golf course, and to save me, since I drove all the way from Hawaii down there, it's about a 40-minute drive, she said she would work for me on Friday, and I could work yesterday, her day. So it worked out. Everything was good, but I wasn't supposed to work. And so I hope the brush fire stuff is all cleared up by tomorrow because I do have to work tomorrow afternoon. And another thing, I told you guys about me I didn't actually break it, but my putter head fell off my putter. It broke in the U.S. Senior Amateur Qualifier. And so TaylorMade's going to repair it, but they sent me a QR code that I have to take it to a FedEx place and have them scan the QR code to print out the shipping label. Well, I went to the one right there by work, and apparently they can't scan that QR code. So now I have to drive clear to the airport to have them do it at that FedEx place. And I'm not looking forward to it. It's a long drive. I don't know how. I looked on maps and it said it's only 59 minutes. I don't know how it's 59 minutes when it takes me 40 minutes to get to Waikoloa, and it's another half hour, 45 minutes to the airport from there. So I don't know how it's 59 minutes, but anyhow, I'm going to have to get up early in the morning, go down and do that, take care of that, get it shipped off, get it returned. It's going to take 2 weeks to repair, and I need it for the end of the month for the next tournament coming up. So, it's just a hassle. And I hope the road's going to be open. I hope the fire's taken care of. And by the way, I hope everybody is safe up there in Kohala Ranch in those areas. They did evacuate everybody. And so I hope everybody's safe and nobody got injured. I haven't heard anything else about it since the earlier text from Debbie. So, but we'll see what happens. Speaking of golf, Hawaii State Golf Association, we had the Army Invitational Tournament this past weekend. And I did not play well. Shot 79 the first day, 81 the second day. I made the cut on the cut line, and then I played not great on the third day, shot 78. I finished tied or finished in 13th place or something like that. But I tell you, I've putted with that Spider putter for the last 3 years, and I'm comfortable with it. I'm confident with it, and I haven't played or putted with my Scotty Cameron putter for about the same amount of time, about 3 years. I bought the Scotty Cameron because it's a little bit lighter than the mallet putter, the Spider, and I only use it for really for mid pack because the greens are normally so fast. Although I didn't use it this year, I used my Spider because the greens weren't as fast as what they've been in the past. But I'm not comfortable with it. It's a toe balanced putter, toe hang, and my Spider is a face balanced. So I feel a lot more comfortable putting with that face balanced putter than I do that Scotty. So that was a part of my issue this past weekend in the tournament. But a bigger one was letting the mental part of this game get to me, which is the main component in golf is mentally. Physically, you can swing a club and hit a ball. Mentally, blocking out the mental stuff is the hard part. And I was paired on the first 2 days with Skip Storm and Chris Howard, two great guys, good golfers, and they happened to be ahead of me in the point standings. So instead of just playing my game and not worrying about what they're doing, I let that creep into my thought process and my mental capacity, and I found myself pressing to try to make sure I beat them on those holes because they're ahead of me in the standings in points. And you cannot play golf that way. You have to just play one shot at a time. You can't think about, I got to do this or I got to do that to make this score. It never works like that. You just got to play golf. Just hit it. Just hit the ball. Don't worry about what you got to shoot, to what score you got to make. Just play your ball and don't think about anything else. And I failed to do that this weekend. And like I said, I think mainly because I was paired with them the first 2 rounds. Knowing that they were ahead of me in points, that I needed to play better than them, which I did not do. They both played pretty good. Skip had a 32 on the second day. His putter was so on fire, he could not miss a putt. He shot 32 on the front 9. I thought he shot 69, but he said he shot 70, 2 under. But, yeah, you just can't let that mental part get to you. Jonathan Oda was the winner in the Hawaii State Golf Association tournament, the senior flight. And he shot 3 under for the three rounds. He shot 69, 71, 69. He played very well, which vaulted him into first place, actually, in the standings. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Skip Storm went up into the first place, and I, myself, dropped from 4th place to 6th place. Finishing 13th only got me like 30-some points, which is not good. And now I'm 253 points out of first place. So I have to play better golf, and I have to get over this mental thing. And hopefully, actually, Leland had a putter, a TaylorMade, an older one, mallet putter that I practiced with yesterday a little bit before I started work. And it's face balanced, and I putted halfway decent with it. So I will be using that putter. The next tournament we have coming up is the Kauai Amateur over on Kauai, and that's going to be the 25th, 26th, and 27th of this month, August. Jonathan Oda is a co-sponsor in that tournament. He lives over there, so it's a 3-day no-cut tournament, which could or could not work out in my favor. I know I've discussed about no-cut tournaments, mainly for the pros, not so much for the amateurs, but I just don't think the pros should have a no-cut tournament. I think you should have to earn your spot. And I kind of think it the same way for the amateurs, but not as much. We're not playing for millions of dollars. We're playing for, I don't know, 13th, I got a $25 gift certificate for the pro shop. I think I was going to buy a golf glove, and then I thought, why am I going to buy a golf glove? I can get one of those at work, kind of cheap with my discount. So I ended up What did I get? Oh, I got a Travis Matthew T-shirt, happened to be on sale, and a tee, plastic tee for the mats. So anyhow, the Kauai Amateurs, the next tournament coming up. There's quite a few guys going over from here, and let you guys know how that turns out here in a couple of weeks when that tournament's over with. But other than that, let's take another short break, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. So we got PGA news. We've had a couple of tournaments happen. They had the 3M Open at Twin Cities in Minnesota. Lee Hodges was your winner. He shot 24 under. He won by 7 strokes over 3 players, Martin Laird, Kevin Streelman, and JT Poston. Our boy Brent Grant, he was in the field. He shot 79-71 to miss the cut. Did not have a good 2-day total to make the cut, but that's okay. He's out there playing. That's all that matters. You know, he got his card. And that's another thing. I know we're going to talk about Korn Ferry here shortly after that, but Korn Ferry, when I told you guys last time about the guys that get their PGA card, the only ones that get their PGA card are the top 30 players in the standings. So there's no cards for those guys that play in their tour championship. And they also, in the DP World Tour, they get 10 cards from there. And Q School gets 5 cards plus ties in their thing when they go through Q if they go through Q School. So I know last week I told you I'd find out for sure, but it's only the top 30 from the Korn Ferry Tour. They get their PGA Tour cards, and that's based on where they're at in the standings. They're going to be in the top 30 in the standings. Last week, PGA event last week was the Wyndham Championship. Good tournament, man. It was a battle between Russell Henley and Lucas Glover. And Lucas Glover ended up winning. He shot 20 under, and Henley kind of faltered on the last couple of holes and shot he shot 18 under. Brent was in the field, and he played better and just barely missed the cut. He shot 67-72, and he missed the cut by 1 stroke. That's kind of odd, and I want to ask him when I talk to him, would you rather miss the cut by 1 stroke or by 10 strokes? I don't know. I kind of myself, I would I would rather miss it by 10 than 1, but you know, maybe he'll have a different take on it. Korn Ferry Tour. Top 30 players, like I said, to get their card. But they had the Utah Championship. Well, before the Utah Championship, sorry. They had the NV5 Invitational at the Glen Club in Illinois. Trace Crow shot 25 under. He tied with Patrick Fishburne, and they went into had a 2-hole playoff. And Trace Crow ended up beating him in the playoff. Jared Sawada watch on the Korn Ferry Tour, he was not in the field for this tournament. And then this past weekend, they had the Utah Championship. That was at Oak Ridge Country Club. Roger Sloan shot 24 under to win, and he won by 1 stroke over Christopher Pete Fish. And Jared was in the field for this tournament. He shot 68-70, and he missed the cut by 2 strokes. He almost was in there. And so congrats to those guys. I don't know where Jared stands. I'll have to get back on that and find out where exactly he stands as far as I don't think he's in the top 30 because he hasn't played a whole lot of tournaments. He only played, this would have been his 16th tournament. And And I'm not sure how many he didn't make very many cuts, I don't believe. So he's probably not in the top 30, but hopefully he'll be able to retain his status on the Korn Ferry Tour and continue there. But we'll have to see about that. All right, let's take another short break, and we'll be right back. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you have the best music taste out of all your friends and coworkers? The best way to prove it is to stay ahead of all the amazing upcoming talent. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There's some artists out of Ohio that you should definitely be aware of. Dcasso, D-C-A-S-S-O, yes, like Picasso, just released a new music video for his song Going Back. This rapper turned singer has an upcoming album this year full of beautiful ballads, R&B slow jams, and hard-hitting rap records. Head to www.smartboystudios.com as soon as you're done listening to this episode of Murph's Place to watch the music video. While you're there, check out the phenomenal C-Money Baby, the Songbird, Corey Gossett, and all the top-tier talent that the Smart Boy production team are working with, such as Eamon Jones, July, 10 Tempo, TYS Markey, D Knight, and much, much more. If you or someone you know needs quality production, mixing, or mastering, just head to the website www.smartboystudios.com and fill out the contact form. You can support Smart Boy Studios by going to shop.smartboystudios.com to buy merch, or linktree.com/Smart Boy Studios to check out the Discord server, new releases, and merch. All right, welcome back, everybody. A little bit about the Smart Boy Studios. You know, they provide our intro and outro music, and of course, Smart Boy is Ash Matthews, aka, well, he's actually Jordan Murphy, aka Ash Matthews, and he's my son, and he just recently kind of makes a father worry just a little bit, not a lot, because he's got his head on straight. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's done well for himself for the past 20 years or whatever it's been, or not 20 years, but like maybe 10. He recently just quit his full-time day job to work strictly on music. I think I told you guys this in the past, that he went to Butler University and got a dual major in engineering and computer sciences, and then a minor in music recording production. And he's always loved music and always been involved in music. And so now he has decided that he's going to do that as his full-time job. And I'm proud of him. He's worked hard, and he's made a name for himself. There's a lot of people that work with him that appreciate his talent, and hopefully someday he'll get a Grammy. That'll be pretty cool. But if you guys, like I said, want to support him, go to the smartboystudios.com website, and if you're into music, he makes beats for people and merch and all kinds of stuff. So, but anyhow, good luck to Jordan, or Ash. He probably wants to be called Ash. And I guess that's it. We'll wrap this up. If you guys are playing golf, I hope you guys are practicing and enjoying yourself and having a good time. And if you guys have any questions or topics you want me to discuss, shoot me an email at merceplace808@gmail.com, and we'll get that taken care of. Also, so I hope you guys have a great week. And if you are playing golf, hit them straight, hit them long, but don't hit them very often. Aloha, everybody.